my channel, it's Keeysi here, and today I have a new story video. It looks like you guys have been liking them, and excuse the way I look, I just came back from work. Today I want to talk about my sugar daddy offer story. I don't know how to put it together. It literally makes me laugh because when I think about sugar daddies, I think about Trish Paytas and, you know, prostitutes and I don't know, like a lifestyle kind of thing. And so I work as a bartender or like a waitress kind of thing. I work in a pub. Anyways, so we do get different people, you know, we get old people, we get young people, we get middle-aged or whatever. So there's this gentleman, he comes around back in the day, that was a few months ago, probably like a year ago, just after I started. So I was quite new and he probably never seen me before. He comes around with his kids. And he, you know, he's really nice and he's talkative, and so I'm like, you know, hello to the kids. Second time he came around, probably he was coming around every week, and one day he's like, oh, you know what, like, he starts talking about his life, and I was like, oh, are those your grandkids, or are those your kids? And he's like, those are my kids. I'm like, where's their mom? Are you, like, babysitting, or what's going on? And he's like, oh, yeah, me and my wife, we split up, blah, blah, blah. And he's talking, like, about his life or whatever, and he's like, oh, all my ex-wives, they've been, bar ladies or waitresses or whatever. And I'm like, okay, where are you going with this? Because he's saying that he's been a chef for about 30 years or whatever, so he's always had someone who was in the same industry. And I'm like, oh, okay. Smiling, and he is, let me just tell you guys, he's about late 50s, early 60s, quite bigger guy, grey hair, grey beard. You know, his kids are about 10 or whatever, a little bit younger. He has 3 kids. So yeah, he started being like, oh, you could be my wife. I'm like, excuse me? Like, I don't think so. So he started being weird, and he's like, oh, I always had girls like you and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I don't care who you had before, but you're starting to being rude and I don't like it. So I can take a certain amount of being rude, you know, I can take it playfully and be like, okay, I really don't care, just shut up and walk away. So this guy, one day, he comes around and he's like, oh yeah, I'm serving their table. And I'm like, there you go to the kids. And there you go, that's yours, sir. And he's like, you can call me whatever his name is. And I'm like, oh, there you go, sir. Like, I'm not gonna call him by his name. Like, just so weird, so bizarre to me. And then he comes around and he's like, you know, you could get married to me, so you could get a passport. Excuse me? Because I'm from Poland and I live in the UK. I'm from Europe. I don't need a passport to live here, okay? Like, how rude. Do you think I would get married to someone for a passport? And do you think I would marry to you for a passport? Literally, this guy, I felt like someone slapped me in the face. Like, why would you even say to someone, like, get married to me so you can get a passport? I was like, this moment, I was just like, my friends are staring at me, and I was like, that's so rude. I don't need a passport to be here, sweetie. And he just looks at me, he's like, oh, but you still can be my wife. I was like, no, I don't think so. And then he's like, but you'll be a good babysitter. I'm like, no, I don't want kids. I don't like kids. He just stares at me. He's like, yeah, but I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I walked away, and then I'm serving his table. I'm cleaning up, and he's like, I say, thank you, you know, because I'm taking everything. I'm like, thank you. Can I get you anything else? He's like, no. I'm like, thank you, sir. And he's like, you can go. I'm like, no, that's okay. So it's like, that's so weird. And like, if you just, I don't know, he literally killed me. And then he said, oh, if I were your sugar daddy, you wouldn't have to work here. Excuse me? Because we've been talking with my friend about something, and he was like, oh, I could be your sugar daddy. I was like, excuse me? Like, that's so rude. Why would you even say that to anyone? I feel like if I wasn't at work and he would say that to me, I would probably slap him across his face. I feel like this is so rude. So I was like, I don't need a sugar daddy. I can work for my things. That's so rude, and I would rather you not say that again. So he looked at me, he smiled, he went to his kids. I was like, what? Why would you even offer something like that? So he offered me to be his babysitter. He offered me to be my sugar daddy and a marriage for a passport, which I think that's like just beyond me. So guys, I don't know, he still comes around, he still says hello, but I think he just noticed now that with me, you don't push the line. Like, I can be playful, I can talk to his kids, they're absolutely lovely, you know, but shut the hell up and do not speak to me about this. I said, that's so rude, I don't think that's appropriate for you to say that. Just, seriously, get over yourself, you're an old guy, and I just can't take it. I think that's so rude. So yes guys, this is my little crazy story, and you know, it's not like I was in a pub and I could just walk away. I was at work and he was like smiling, and I don't know if he was just saying that because he thought it was like okay, or he thought he's gonna pull it off or something. But yeah, if you guys had any of those stories, then please let me know. I would love to hear those. And yes, if you want to know any other crazy stories in my life, then hit the subscribe button and like buttons if you like this video. And yes, do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. But yeah, if you guys like this video, then let me know. I like doing like talkative videos. So that'll be basically it. I'll be going and I'll see you guys in the next video. So don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to come back.